Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 12, Fast Break Podcast. We got me and my boy Luca. And you can see we have a new face. This is Jordan. If you watched our collab with Adoka's Takes, he was in that video. And he's going to be on our video, so we're super excited to have him. Two topics, NBA and NFL. That's what we do on this channel. And the first, Luca, do you want to describe the first prompt to kind of like what the topic was for the NBA one?
Yeah, for sure. So, I kind of came up with this one kind of out of nowhere, but basically I was thinking about rebuilding teams, right? There's a lot of teams who maybe were fringe playoff teams. Some were, deep in the lottery. So we each picked one team, each respectively. And we're going to just kind of break down a couple moves that we would do to sort of bring that team further into playoff contention. Jordan, you want to start us off here?
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about the Grizzlies. They got Ja Morant. I think he's going to be a good player for them and for the next couple of years if he stays healthy. But that's for anybody. Really, what they really need is just another player to kind of balance out. Not really to the point where like he's better than Ja, just somebody that can role play with Ja and score at a high level on the basketball court, just as good as him. Their bigs, I believe they have. Who are their bigs? They
got Steven Adams now.
Yeah, they got Steven Adams. So that would be a good for them. I don't think they're gonna make it. I think they're probably gonna have another playing season, maybe if they with what they have right now. But I don't think they're gonna get to the first round. Even if they do get to the first round, they're not gonna get past anybody. So what they really need is just another player that can space out the floor and help out with scoring. Other than that, really just need to develop Ja more. I think I said it in the last video when we talked about him for a little bit. But yeah, that's really it. I think I might be missing some things, but other than that, yeah.
For sure. Any players in particular, just off the top of your head, it's cool if you don't have any, but any players in particular you could think of that maybe they should be looking to add?
Actually, I think they would be really good with Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield I don't think he's happy with the Sacramento Kings. So if he leaves, the Grizzlies would be a decent place to go. It wouldn't get him a ring or anything. It wouldn't go pretty far, but I can definitely help to rebuild a lot for the Grizzlies. Other than that, yeah.
Good stuff.
I can't really think about players on top of my head right now, but once I get the gears rolling back, I think I'll be good.
Yeah, for sure.
Buddy was a good one. That kind of leads into mine, so I got to go second. My team is the Sacramento Kings, and we've talked about them. I believe in episode 11, we talked about De'Aaron Fox. They have a lot of guards. Okay, they have Halliburton and Mitchell, Fox and Buddy. Those are 4 starting caliber guards. Buddy needs to be out of there, and it's nothing against Buddy Hield. He doesn't want to be there. He needs to be shipped out, maybe to the Grizzlies. And I would even consider trading De'Aaron Fox. Now, De'Aaron's a great player, but he's getting older. He's been in the league for, I believe, 3 or 4 years, so he's not getting any younger. And I think if they built around Halliburton and Mitchell for the future, Davion Mitchell's an elite defender. If they could get maybe a wing, kind of like, I'm not saying this guy because I don't think he would leave the spot, but like a Mikal Bridges type, a 3-and-D to really complement the guards. I think the Kings, they could be a playing team, maybe an 8 seed. Luke Walton, that's the first order of business they need to take care of. He needs to be gone, followed by a trade with Buddy, and maybe De'Aaron Fox if they want to get a little wild.
So you're keeping Marvin Bagley in this rebuild?
Oh, thank you. No, Marvin Bagley's also gone. His father is, I believe, tweeting mid-game to get his son out of
LeVar Ball energy.
LeVar Ball energy. We do not want that in Sacramento, especially a small market team. Marvin needs to be gone. I mean, if you could get any picks for him, any sort of real value. Again, I said wing is kind of their weakness. I like Rashawn Holmes at center, so that could be decent. But Bagley needs to be out of there ASAP.
I agree. I was going to rebuild the Cavs kind of. I just had 3 points really that I was going to. So they have a lot of big contracts, mainly Kevin Love. He's making $31 million per year. You got to move him, and they need bench depth. I'm looking at a backup shooting guard to have some shooting guard depth, and both of y'all kind of mentioned him here. Buddy Hield, I mean, he's been in trade talks a lot. Guy like Buddy Hield, maybe even like Luke Kennard, somebody who they can get because their guard rotation is kind of whack right now. Also, I'm thinking trade Sexton, stick with Darius Garland. I think Sexton's too ball dominant. He was kind of a hazard in the locker room. Did not like him. I think you stick it out with Garland. I think you need him to be the primary facilitator. because I don't like either of those two guys as a primary scoring option. So I think that you need a playmaker on one of those guys. Sexton's not it. I think that if you're trading Colin Sexton, you need to snag a solid defensive option. I was thinking Ben Simmons, but then another guy popped out of my head, and it's Dylan Brooks. And now I know, Jordan, I don't know if your Memphis Grizzlies would trade him in this instance, but maybe it could work out. Bring Sexton to Memphis, Brooks to Cleveland. New start for both teams, both guys.
I agree with you. That's kind of a decent one, but I was thinking he could probably go to he would be good with the Celtics or the Heat. Somebody where they need like a point guard to kind of, I don't know though. Maybe not the Celtics because of just totally because of Jason Tatum. That might kind of like intertwine with the dynamic they have going on there, but definitely he will work with the Heat. The Heat are not really an offensive minded team. You don't really think of offense when you think of the Heat. You look at kind of more of a clutch aspect in defense. So and I think Colin Sexton bring that with the tremendous offense he can pour out. I think his potential is very high. I think he can really like show that better with the Heat rather than the Grizzlies. I mean, in the Grizzlies, even if he's with the Grizzlies, like same thing with Jason Tatum. How will that dynamic work with Ja Morant? You know,
that's true.
So you kind of gotta think about that aspect of it when it's two ball dominant players on the same team. Now it could work out like we had with the Brooklyn Nets. But the only thing with the Brooklyn Nets is that they were former teammates, so they kind of already had chemistry kind of going into that season with them, with that big three. Plus they're veterans. Secondly, I think it's just experience that has to kind of come with working with others and stuff like that in the NBA. So I think, like I said before, I think it would just work better with the Heat.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wasn't really thinking, I guess, honestly, I really wasn't thinking how Sexton would fit in Memphis, but that would be kind of an undersized backcourt. I mean, both John and Sexton are pretty small. So I kind of agree with you, but I was more so, I guess, just thinking any defensive addition for the Cavs in this case, I think would be good. And then I'm saying you run out the Twin Towers, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and you go all in on defense. I had a hypothetical starting five for them: Darius Garland, Dylan Brooks, possibly Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. That sounds decent. And the depth is hard to add. So I think you're just going to need to expand on that in free agency, because at that point you have like Dean Wade and Shetty Osman. Like you're not going to get anything out of that.
Broderick Thomas.
Yeah, like just no. By the way, Broderick Thomas is an op. I DM'd him, asked him if he wanted to come on the podcast a while ago. Did not respond. Yeah, he didn't respond. I had more IG followers than him, and he still didn't respond to me. Clout rejected. But I don't know. I kind of like it. I think in my scenario, they're going all defense, which is something that they actually were pretty good on early on in the season. So just kind of drilling at that theme of an all defensive narrative.
Yeah, Cleveland's just been a poverty franchise ever since LeBron left. It's just been crazy.
They need help.
Accurate.
Luka, you are in Cleveland, okay? You're the GM. You have your name at the front door. Philly calls and they say, we want to send Ben Simmons to Cleveland. What is your willingness to get Ben Simmons on your team in this scenario? And what would the deal look like? I'm
hesitant, but I did write down in my notes here under the trade section bullet point, maybe a Ben Simmons move, because, Ben Simmons, Cleveland, like you just said, Jordan, they're kind of a poverty franchise. They need anything they can get. Ben Simmons, look, man, I think we're all kind of skeptical of Ben Simmons here. But I mean, really, I think Ben Simmons, if he needs a resurgence, Cleveland may be the place to do that. He has proven in the past he can technically put up all-star numbers. So I mean, honestly, if they're trying to throw out Ben Simmons for Colin Sexton, I might consider that deal if I'm Cleveland's GM.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like I said, they're poverty, so I think they would just take anything they can get, like you said. That would be a good thing for the Cleveland Cavaliers, because now they got defense and all that. But the only problem would be just efficient scoring now, because I mean, I don't know, because maybe if you just keep one of the guards that you have, then maybe you can see how that works. But we gotta just, I don't know though. It's just he's just on and off for me. Ben Simmons, he's just like, it's like he had even when you could say he couldn't shoot, like he was still efficient, like it was inside scoring, like he was still efficient, like, but now it's just like he's not even confident anymore doing like what he's actually good at. So do you want that on your team? Like, do you want just like that offensive liability, like each and every game? That just might be like the con of that trade. You got defense, you got playmaking, you got all that rebounding, all that. Then you got being an offensive liability on the floor, spacing, all that. You got to take all that into account. So I would be hesitant, but I would be a little bit more hesitant. Maybe even not. Maybe say, nah, I don't want him.
I kind of actually agree with you on that regard because, and the team that I have outside of Ben Simmons on paper, I mean, yeah, there's really no one option. Obviously, Ben Simmons never probably going to be a solid one option scorer. So, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with you. But at the same time, I mean, I think give him a chance, because he's still young. He still does have time to prove himself, even though we've seen time and time again. He doesn't really make any progression. I mean, I could see it go both ways, but I like a potential like Dylan Brooks kind of guy. I can't really think of anybody else, but like just somebody whose defense I think is like possibly like above average. Victor Oladipo, maybe. Just I don't know. This is a rebuild, obviously. So I mean, giving guys chances, sometimes you have to take risk, and I think Ben Simmons may be that risk.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so those were our rebuilds. We want to get in our franchise guys for NFL. Oh, I guess I didn't even announce the topic. Vinny, you want to get into it?
Yeah, we have a group chat, and there's been a lot of interesting talk about our second topic of the day. The prompt here is you're starting an NFL team, and you have one guy to build around, one player. We kind of made a no Patrick Mahomes, or I do not believe any of our guys are Patrick Mahomes, because I mean Patrick Mahomes. We wanted to think a little outside of the box. So if you guys are starting a team and you could have one player, who would it be? Who wants to start it?
I'll start.
Okay.
I mean, Dak Prescott, he's kind of already got the blueprint a little bit with the O-line. Just keep the O-line that the Cowboys have, or any team, just get him a good O-line. He throws I think he was like in the talks for like MVP before he got injured, right? And I'm pretty sure. So he was a good QB. Now, obviously you want to get him around good wide receivers, get him around good wide receivers, all that. That's basically it. There's really not much I can say. He kind of already had the blueprint. He just gotta like the GMs and all the people that do all that stuff just gotta execute on getting good players on his side. Maybe pick up some like rookies on from the draft when they do draft. But if you were to build a team around him, like I said, O-line, get him a good O-line like he already has, and just get him a good wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, all that stuff. That's really all it is.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not one I was expecting, but honestly, I see it. I mean, he was on pace to set the passing yards record early on before his injury. I'm here for this. That was not a take I was expecting, but I like it. My franchise guy, I was going with a dude, not super surprising, TJ Watt, man. Look, the leader, this in my eyes, he's the leader of possibly the most formidable defense in the league. He led the league in sacks, man. He led the league in QB hits. Clearly, he's a fast edge rusher. He's a strong edge rusher. And that's what every team needs. It doesn't matter what kind of O-line he was playing against. He always found a way to pressure the quarterback. He's a beast of nature, man. And the one thing, he's still young. He's never really been hurt. He's never missed a game due to injury in his past 4 years. And he always seems to progress. He always seems to get better at something. I really like him, man. I mean, he hard hitter. I mean, like I said, hard hitter, great on the edge. Has the combination that everybody wants on defense or out of a defensive player. I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with him.
Is he going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year, you think?
Not over Aaron Donald.
Not over Aaron Donald.
I don't think over Aaron Donald either. It's Aaron Donald's award to lose, man. He wins it every year.
Like he's literally the best. Like he does his job like every game. It's starting to get wild now. Like it's starting to get wild. I don't think anybody's like as dominant as he is right now. I'm sorry.
Just like Shaq. He's Shaq.
Wait, real subtopic before Vinny gets into his player.
Okay.
And I don't know, this may be a consensus agreement, but who between Mahomes and Donald, who would you rather have on your team? Who is just all around more dominant though? Is my question.
I'm gonna give that to Donald solely because like he just like it's crazy. Like it's just like crazy how dominant he is. I'm not saying Mahomes is any less dominant than he is. It's just like all right, let me just say it like this. A QB's job is kind of dependent on if their O-line is going to block well. And, if the O-line doesn't block well, they're going to get to the guy. Mahomes is still good throwing the ball off the pressure. But Aaron Donald, like, it's just like he's that individual guy. Like, on defense, you can, you're the individual guy setting the pressure along with your teammates, along with your defense, along with the other defense. And he does that, like, very, very well. Like, almost to the point where it's like you can't even, like, question like whether he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Mhm.
It's just crazy to me how dominant he is. Like I said, but yeah, that's really it.
I agree.
I think he's more dominant.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think he's probably. I mean, I think he's already making a case for greatest defensive player ever, man. Like
Yeah,
he's
I
up
mean,
there for
he's
sure.
ridiculous. One thing that I think is a little overlooked on Aaron Donald, there are times where he doesn't sack the quarterback. I know it's hard to kind of think of it. He gets a lot of sacks, but he takes up 3 or 4 O linemen, so the other guys can also get the sack.
Yeah.
That's why the Rams have had such a good defense for so long. Aaron Donald is an absolute problem, even when he's not sacking the quarterback, which is rare because he gets a ton of sacks. He takes up so many O linemen that the other guys can feast and have a field day. So
Yeah, even if that, along with guys like Jalen Ramsey on the back, like to play the Rams is like just hell. It's hell. It's hell. You're not gonna go past at least a touchdown playing them. You're lucky to even get 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense did carry him to a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. So I mean, I can't disagree with you guys. I'm going Aaron Donald. I don't think it's close either.
Yeah.
We all love the Rams on this channel. We all like the Rams.
We do.
Do you want me to say my franchise guy?
Yeah, go for it.
I have not said it.
Go for it.
I went a little outside the box. I was thinking Lamar Jackson, but you know us, we like to slander Lamar Jackson here.
More like
We're
me.
not.
More like just me.
I kind of went with an interesting one. I said Kyler Murray. Okay, Kyler Murray is a your face.
Interesting.
Kyler Murray is a young quarterback, which is typically who I would want to build around. He's young. Despite his size, he's really never been hurt. I mean, he doesn't really miss a lot of games. He's so fast. He's lightning fast. He has an absolute cannon for an arm. This is again going to sound bad. He's Lamar Jackson with a better arm. That's kind of what he is. Maybe Lamar's a better runner, but I think Kyler Murray, he played center field in baseball. Like we know he has a cannon. Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona, I don't know if he's the right coach, but I think if you got him behind a good O-line, he already has DeAndre Hopkins. But if I'm starting a team from the ground up, Kyler Murray is the guy who I want to build the team around. Kyler Murray.
Okay. Okay. Gonna have to disagree with you with that comparison there. You're telling me if you put DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald on the Ravens, you're telling me that they're not gonna win a Super Bowl?
No, they wouldn't because Lamar can't get them the ball. You can't get him the ball.
No, because Lamar does not have weapons. I'm telling you. If you put somebody, if you give him the same wide receivers that Kyler Murray has, oh my gosh, they're winning a Super Bowl. Like,
nah, bro, I'm sorry that I don't think so.
You don't think so?
This is great content. I love to see it, but I just don't. I don't think it happens. You have to get the ball. You have to get the ball to the receiver. It's not like the receiver can come get the ball from you. Kyler Murray gets the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. He makes amazing throws that Lamar Jackson can't make. And right now, I know I'm getting roasted in the comments. Oh, I'm a Lamar hater. I like Lamar. I put him top 5. But Kyler Murray is the guy that I want to start the franchise with. I'm not switching up.
That's fair. I want to point something out. I'm kind of calling you guys out here because you both said Aaron Donald, and I agree with you for the GOAT debate. You guys both chose Aaron Donald, who's a defensive player, by the way, but for your franchise guy, both of you picked quarterbacks.
Yes.
So you guys are valuing like the skill position of quarterback more so over like an edge or a lineman.
I just think at the end of the day, the quarterback's the leader in the locker room. The quarterback makes the throws. He does all that. Aaron Donald may be more dominant, but if I'm building a team, if Aaron Donald was Kyler Murray's age, I would consider it maybe, but he's not. The quarterback's the leader. He makes the throws. He wins the games for the most part. So I'm going to stick with the quarterback as the guy I'm going to build my franchise around.
Yeah. That's fair. All good
the words
picks.
out of my mouth.
Yeah.
All good picks. Definitely surprising. I got one more kind of surprise topic. We didn't really discuss this one, but I kind of just thought of it on the fly. We may have touched on this in the past just a little bit, but the NBA season is still approaching. I mean, we're mostly basketball here. We do talk football a little bit, but just to end the video, who is a team that you guys think are like underdogs? Like nobody's projecting them to be in the playoffs, or maybe not that far. Just nobody's projecting them to be good, but you guys think are going to be sneaky. I got a couple teams, but I picked one that I think people are sleeping on a little bit.
I'll take it. You can start because I think me and Jordan may need to think about our teams for a
No,
second.
I got mine. I got mine.
He's
I got
ready.
mine, man. I
like
mine.
that.
I'll start it off.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm going with the Houston Rockets. Now, I might have said this in a past video, but I mean, they really got depth, and they've gotten guys who've gotten a lot better, who've gotten a lot more experience playing on a team for themselves, i.e. Christian Wood. I mean, man, was an absolute beast. And I feel like with Steven Silas, who's also a great coach, me and Vinny agree on this, bad team, good coach. I think that the roster that the Rockets have is going to make Silas' job a lot easier for him because they're very fluid players. Christian Wood, I mean, dude moves like a point guard sometimes. Dude moves like a forward. You can really run him at any area, and you can have height, you can have shooting, you can have spacing, you can have defense, you can have all these things. They have depth. Of course, they have youth. They have guys to develop. Jalen Green, Josh Christopher, Alperen Sengun, my guy. They have a lot.
Usman. The Spanish guy, Usman.
Completely forgot about him. They had 4 first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
They're going off this year. I feel like they could be in play in contention. Kevin Porter Jr. had a great season. He's working on his efficiency and his abilities like combo guard. They have a lot of guys who I think are really switchable. So they have a very versatile lineup, which I like a lot. And they have depth. Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk. I like these guys. Jay Sean Tate was another great rookie last year who overperformed. I like this team a lot. I think that they're going to band together. I think Silas, coach of the year candidate, I'm making a hot take right now. I think he may lead them. Ceiling, I'm going seventh seed.
Big body bench.
He used to be Dusty, but he's in the league now. And he's going to lead them to the 7th seed. I'm calling it. You saw it here first.
You guys are funny. Okay.
I'm not
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm interested.
I don't think the Rockets are gonna make this. I don't think the Rockets are gonna make it past the first round. That's just me.
I don't either. But 7th seed, I think it's their ceiling, but they may fall out.
But I'm gonna go with the Heat. Let me tell you why. Okay, they got sweep. They got sweep last season by the Bucks.
Is he a Heat fan? Is he a Heat fan?
Yes. Okay. Listen.
A little bit of bias, maybe.
Hard to watch.
Homer pick.
They're definitely gonna be a 6th seed or something like that. No lower, no higher. They lost Kendrick Nunn, which was, oh my gosh, oh man. To the Lakers though, they don't even need him. Anyway. They got Victor Oladipo, which is good for the defense. Add a lot of defensive depth to us. We got Jimmy Butler doing what he does every night in and every night out, working hard. All we need for is Tyler Hero to come through. He didn't come through at all this postseason. Like, it's just like, why? Like, people really we're embarrassing. We lost the finals first off, right? And now we're being called bubble boys because we got swept. We got swept. Like, what? I don't know what's going on. All I'm saying is, I think we've always been the underdogs. Let's be honest. Nobody thought that they were going to win. Yeah. They were going to even go to the finals in the 2020 bubble. So we've always been the underdogs. We're definitely the underdogs this season, especially with the people that we lost, with the people that we gained. But they've done pretty well, I think, of getting pickups in the off season. So we definitely got to really just lock in this season.
I agree. They were actually my 2nd pick. I got a quick question for you again before Vinny moves on here. Do you trade Tyler Hero? Me and Vinny not the biggest fans of Tyler Hero.
Yes.
You trade Tyler Hero.
Yes, you trade him. I don't know what we were thinking. Why didn't we get Harden? Why didn't we get
That's accurate.
We gave a young Tyler Hero too much credit. Okay? First off, okay.
He's a real bubble boy. He
did get in the postseason. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He did get in the postseason in the bubble, right? But will that translate to a fan? To everybody, to the fans in the stadium, like the people are actually there this time, and it's a real season. I mean, I'm not saying the bubble is not a real season, but it's kind of it's actually like playing. It's actually like it's intense. So we thought, let's I don't know what the GMs were thinking. Okay, let's think here. What James Harden has been in the league for a long time. Tyler Hero has been in the league for only 2 years. Second year now. Second year.
Sophomore season.
What were we thinking? We're making it seem like Tyler Hero the next coming of Michael Jordan. Like what? What? Just trade him. Get him off there. But we definitely should have got Harden on there. I don't know what we were thinking. We got Harden. I think it would have been great in the postseason. The last season. I think it would have been great if we had him. Would have been perfect. Would have been perfect.
That would have been a lock.
Yeah, a lock. Yeah, a lock.
A lock.
A lock. Oh
For
my
sure.
gosh, I'm still pissed off about it. Like just thinking about that. Just makes me sick. Like me and Udoka were talking about. We're like, oh my god, what are we doing? Okay, Tyler Hill's good, but he's not that good. He's not that good, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty overrated. But well, I completely forgot about that Harden Tyler Hero proposal. I forgot that even happened. And we were just talking about that with the Ben Simmons Harden. A lot of teams missed out on Harden, and I don't really know why. Vinny, to wrap it up, who is your most surprising team? Who will be the most surprising team this year?
I have two, but I'm not going to say both because that's not what we do. It was between the Pacers and the Raptors for me. I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors as my surprise team.
That was my third team.
I see Jordan. Please let me finish, Jordan. I'm going to try to convince you. The Pacers, I hate. Pretty simple. I hate Terry Stotts. I did fact check. He is there. He's a terrible coach. The Toronto Raptors. Me and Luke he is there. I promise.
Assistant coach.
I believe so. Yeah.
Because Rick Carlisle is.
Oh, Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
But Terry Stotts is on the coaching staff, which isn't good for the team.
Yeah.
The Toronto Raptors. We talked about this. They were sleeping in hotel rooms. They were in Tampa Bay. Every game was an away game. We've been through this. They trade Kyle Lowry to the Heat. They get Precious Achiuwa, who personally I'm a big fan of. We had guys that can get buckets. Freddie, Gary Trent, who they traded Norman Powell for. Norman Powell is a great player, but Gary Trent I would consider a decent return.
He was good. He was looking good.
We don't like Pascal Siakam, so other than Pascal, not really a big fan.
No spicy P.
Kem Birch, he gave him decent minutes. I know you may be laughing, Kem Birch. I mean, he was fine. OG Anunoby, an elite 3-and-D guy. He had a game winner on us in the bubble. Speaking of the bubble, Jalen Suggs they didn't take Jalen Suggs. Oh my gosh,
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes, but I can still mention Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is literally OG he's OG Anunoby reincarnated longer. Inefficiencies were kind of worrisome for me, especially in the summer league. But he has really high potential, in my opinion. Draymond Green comparison for me. And I think the Raptors have always been a good team. They built a winning culture. I'm a Nick Nurse stan. I think he's the right guy for the rebuild. They could be a playing team similar to the Rockets. They could sneak in the playoffs. I'm just saying the East isn't as loaded as the West. So
yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. You said Toronto's they have a winning culture. Yeah, for sure. We'll give them that. But let's be honest here. Let's be real. If Clay and KD didn't get injured that one season, they made it to the final. Okay. Let's be honest. They would have been out in 4. We gotta be real here.
Not in four. No matter.
They would have taken a game or two. I feel like
they would have taken a game or two.
Oh my gosh,
Kawhi is different.
That team was really good. That was like prime Kawhi.
That's true.
True.
The Warriors would have won that series. We can agree that. I mean,
yeah,
but
I think they would have.
Yeah, for sure.
The Raptors got a good team. I was actually talking to somebody about this earlier. I think the only flaw they have is they kind of have an inefficient offense. Obviously, Siakam, not the most efficient. Scotty. And Fred VanVleet shot sub 40%, chucks up a ton of shots.
He's a chuckster.
Yeah, he is a chuckster. They don't really have that solid, concrete number one guy. However, I think they have a shot for sure. It's the Eastern Conference. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we've seen crazier things.
For sure. And that's the video. Jordan, welcome to Fast Break.
Welcome.
Of course.
That'd be here, man.
And any closing remarks? We had a pretty good episode.
Anybody want to wrap it up? It was fun.
All I'm saying is Heat 2021, 2022 champions.
I don't know
if they beat the Celtics. If Tatum doesn't drop 70 every game, that's all I'm saying.
And Jaylen Brown puts up 50, an additional 50.
No. But let's be honest, they're not getting past the healthy Nets. I'm sorry. If they're anywhere near them,
I don't think anyone's gonna pass the healthy Nets.
They just devastate. It's just so devastating. Like we just keep losing, man. Keep losing.
We'll save that for another video. Maybe we'll do some Nets talk in episode 13. But it was fun. Episode 12 done, and we're out. Peace.
Let's go,
bro. That was a
wait. Why didn't